after conferring with my co-counsel, we reluctantly would like to go up again
Okay.
to $30,000 a year for a period of 5 years to distribute it, so that it's not all.
So for a total of 150,000.
Is that?
That's really, I mean, that's a big, huge chunk of change for our client. I mean, that's.
Oh no, we
Yeah.
completely understand
Yeah.
the situation that your client is in.
We're currently not authorized to go to that number by our client, and
What is a more reasonable number for your client?
3,000 is what we can do.
I definitely don't think we could meet you at that number in pure cash terms. As you know, our client is a novelist,
Yes.
and he expects his book series is apparently going to be more popular than Twilight series. Sorry.
well, Twilight is a quite popular book.
Yeah, it is. So
I like Twilight.
he expects his novel series to become very lucrative.
Has he been successful in the past, or is this?
He currently is a freelance writer, and
Okay.
that's where he makes his $35,000 a year. But his novels have been in the works
Yeah.
for years.
So he expressed he let us know that it would be okay if we negotiated with that, given that right now they're not making that much. So we would be willing to give a percentage of the future royalties for the novels, including the 30,000, which is the max that we can go.
Okay. And what do you estimate? What type of percentage or what type of estimates do you have on
I mean,
what that would be worth? The royalties would be worth.
I mean, these would be multi-million-dollar books. I mean, we're talking on the scale of the Twilight series, and 1% of those. I mean, even just 1% of those books would be much more than the $150,000 difference that we're at. I mean, I think that's, while it is contingent upon the success, it's a very likely success at this point. And so, I mean, I think that's kind of.
And so would you want to do a percentage until we hit a total of, we'll take a percentage of whatever royalties from the books until the 150,000 over, 30,000 over 5 years plus royalties equal 300,000? Would that be?
I'm not sure. We would have to.
I mean, we would be fine with just 1%, period.
Instead
So
of,
so that could go up as high as. So while we don't have I guess there is no. While there is I guess in terms of looking at it from your client's perspective, there is the $150,000 that she's not getting currently, right? But there's only an upside because.
It would go for the
only an
library.
upside if
Only
the
if
book
the
does
book-
well.
I mean, I'm sure.
Actually,
Chris
there's
is
a
great. I'm sure
limitless
Chris is
upside.
a great
There's
writer.
no collar on
No.
this
I'm sure that
in any way.
I'm sure that it's high risk, high return. I just don't think that our client is in a position to make these risky moves. So I think that if we went for a deal like that, we would have to still have the 150,000 in cash as some sort of
Right.
insurance,
Contingency.
and then make up the difference. The 150,000 difference with some sort of royalty agreement.
Well, I was thinking.
I'm not sure if I like that. I'm not sure if I like that because what if, the books start out not so great, and then I'm not sure how that would work in terms of the yearly income that's coming in.
Well, you
for
could
our
do
client.
something, we have the 100, so we're only looking at 150,000 in
Right.
royalties. So say he takes whatever he takes in, we could work it out. So, whatever percentage from his yearly earnings from the books. So if he does if he does well, if he doesn't do well, he can pay it off in 1 year. It might take, depending on how well the books do. So if it's multi-million dollars, he'd probably pay it off in 1 or 2 years, $150,000. But if it took a while to take off, then he would pay a smaller percentage those first couple of years, or a smaller dollar amount those first couple of years, and then pay it off more gradually until the book took off, and then he could pay it all off. It would just be like more or less like a tab.
If we're gonna do this tab thing, then I'm not comfortable giving half of it up front, because then that's gonna affect our client and how much he can.
Well, we would be saying, give us the payment plan of the $150,000 with $30,000
Yeah,
a year.
let's write this
Plus-
down actually.
The book, say we do the book deal, and
I said 50,
So
30,000 for 5
30,000 a
years.
year for 5 years. So that's
almost 150,000.
150K.
So
So what we are offering to you is when the books come out, you get 1% of all of it, of all the gross. So while you may not get that extra 150,000 that that Lou I'm sure wants now, that could go up to millions of dollars.
So you're saying that
There's no cap on
we have,
1%.
but if we decided we wanted a cap on this and to do a
Okay.
mix of both of these
Okay.
instead of just doing an unlimited 1%.
what we want is basically
I guess it's just
So-
explain it to me
somehow a guarantee that
that
you guys will be able to pay the balance of what we're asking.
I'm just not comfortable with the balance that you're asking right now.
I guess there's no foreseeable. I mean, this is going to be a huge.
I'm just
Taking out loans to pay basically. They're going to have to take off loans to pay for this what we're already offering, and so I think that's at this point.
if we are able to come to a lower total amount, you guys said 300, and we are at 150. What if we met halfway and we put the cap on that?
So let's say, okay, how about after?
That's just-
Okay, yeah, it's okay. Sorry. So if we met halfway, let's say at 225.
And we gave you the 150 over 5 years.
So it's the 150 over 5 years. So there's the $75,000 balance, right?
Right.
Okay. If we, sorry, I'm just trying to think. So you want a guarantee for the
The
75,000, correct?
Look at me now.
Well, I don't think that we could do a guarantee if we're basing that number on projected book sales because we
Yeah,
just don't know.
I don't think we're authorized to make a deal based on any kind of projection. Because I mean, the book could do great. The book could be next Harry Potter, or it could be the next book that you find in the supermarket.
Okay, well in that case, the 150 is all that we are able to offer. At the moment.
It's just, I mean,
Oh no, we understand.
Yeah.
We're just in the same predicament with how low we
Just
can
not
go.
authorized to go past a certain number.
right.
That's not.
We couldn't even do it with the 225. And even if we worked out some sort of deal.
Okay. I'm trying to think of.
At least we have the apology note sorted out.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
apology note, the confidentiality agreement, those are well
Check.
taken care of.
Did your client expressly ask for a certain amount?
We
Yes.
have
We
a
have a
limit.
I mean, we could,
It just seems to me that, well, you started asking for 3 million, which was grossly out of what we could do.
we've been making good faith efforts here.
Oh no, I think I certainly think that you have. we just aren't authorized. We're just in the same